What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be basically just a little update to update you guys on what's happening with Ruby, the twin turbo build, and new updates on what's happening with the shop as well. And right now we got George working on his side skirt on his 240. This is the Texas front end conversion card. It's almost done, but you guys will see this in a separate video. Give you a little quick little sneak peek of that. We got Whitey Z right here in for air suspension that I'm working on. If you guys remember this car, we wrapped it sometime last year. So we're doing some work on this thing, some air suspension work. I guess he took it to somebody else and kind of messed it up. So brought it over to me to get some fixes on it. And then we got this 370Z turbo. Some of you guys may or may not recognize this car, but turbo, basically same turbo kit that George has on his. But if you guys remember, this car was wrapped in the midnight purple. Original color is red. I started peeling the wrap off of this and stripping it apart. The front and rear bumper were cracked, so those got dropped off to get repairs on it. So you guys will see all this in a separate video as well. And then we got George's 240 out here. But the first update I want to give you guys is on Ruby and what's happening. So this is my original 250,000 mile motor that we put the turbos on. If you guys remember, if you guys saw my older videos, we put the turbos on, ran it, and then it turned out the turbos were bad and they needed rebuild. So motor had to come back out, and then seemed just too risky to put the turbos back on this high mileage motor. And then we got the parts over here. We got the twin turbo kit right here. We got my polished timing cover over there. So we got more pipes, more polished stuff, more goodies. They're gonna be going on Ruby once the fully built motor is all done up. We do have the heads that recently just got done sometime last week. So those just got done. All the Brian Crowder parts went onto those. So those are built heads now. And then we do have the pistons right here with the new piston rings. We are waiting for this little special tool to cut these piston rings, because apparently we're going to be using it for street moderate turbo settings, so they can be filed down with a gap of 0.0050 for the top one and 0.0055 for the second ring. So tedious work to get this done, but it's almost done. It's just putting the pistons on and putting the heads back on, and then we should be able to get all the shiny stuff off of this, including the Cosworth, the aluminum valve covers and all that stuff, and put it onto the new motor. Take that back to Rudy at SoCal Z, and then tow the car back over here, break in the motor, then have it go get tuned with Specialty Z. And right here we do have my motor cranks already in. We got the billet girdle on here. The ARP main studs are on. Look at that. So this thing is on its way to looking complete. Like I said, all we need to do now is put the pistons on, and then we can swap out over all the parts from my engine onto this one. So that's the plan with that. Once that motor is done, all this shiny stuff is going to come off, and we're going to put that on the new fully built motor now with everything else. You know, we do have the rest of the OEM parts on here: timing chain tensioners, new water pump, new oil pump, Boundary Engineering oil pump gears, and ARP head studs as well. So, you know, these are all empty. I have a bunch of empty stuff on here, and we got the cosmetic head gaskets that are going to be going on there as well. So Ruby is parked out over there by at SoCal Z, somewhere out in Riverside. So, you know, I haven't had a chance to actually go look at her in a good while. But once the motor's done, we'll be making our way over there. But for now, that's the update on Ruby and what's happening with the twin turbo. So we're almost there. You know, it's just a lot more money and time, and you know, you don't want to rush these type of things. But I do miss driving Ruby, and hopefully we'll be there soon with the twin turbo. And I'm hoping we'll get closer to, from what I was told, Specialty Z and from Z1, we should be making over 600 but I'm hoping we get closer to 700. So we'll see what happens when we go tune Ruby at Specialty Z, and you know, hopefully we get closer to the 700. But regardless, 600 is still a lot of power. And the other announcement that I wanted to give you guys is that we are going to end up moving shops. So we're not going to be in Santa Barbara anymore. I'm actually going to be moving down like 30 to 40 minutes further down south. So I'm gonna be more in like in that Oxnard area. So you know, some of you guys would always want to hit me up for work, and you know, like LA to here is basically quite a bit of a drive, but I mean, knocking out 30-40 minutes of it seems a little more reasonable for most of you guys, since majority of you guys come out from out there. But yes, we are going to be moving further down south, specifically Santa Paula area. So I'll show you guys pictures towards the end on how the new place is going to look. I haven't had time to go out there and, you know, actually record. When we went to go see it, you know, I didn't think in my mind that we were actually going to get the place, but we ended up getting the place. It's basically 3 times bigger than what this current place is, and I am going to be sharing the shop with the guys that are building my motor. So you know, they're good friends of mine now, and we get along pretty well. So we're going to be splitting that half and half, splitting the rent, you know, which makes it a lot easier on me, because Santa Barbara rent is expensive. Santa Paula rent is a lot cheaper. You can get more shop for what I'm paying here, and then splitting the cost is even better. So you know, more money in my pocket, more money to do things on Ruby as well. And so, you know, and on top of all that, I know I've been lagging on posting YouTube videos. I've been going through a lot of stuff in my personal life that, you know, I don't really post about. But, you know, I thought about maybe bringing back the fitness videos again, because after COVID, I did gain weight. I want to get back down to the 220. I'm currently at 255, but I don't know how you guys feel about posting the fitness videos again, like how I used to. That's generally what my YouTube video was about from the very beginning. When I first made it, it was more about my fitness journey, and then that kind of fell off after COVID, and you know, I stopped really caring about that. But now I want to get back into the fitness. So I don't know, comment down below, guys, what do you guys think? Just bring back the fitness videos. I could probably upload those on a Friday. I don't know, call it Fitness Fridays or some shit. But yeah, that's basically the 2 major updates on that, specifically the shop. You know, that's a big update. So we're gonna be making our way down over there, and you guys will see a separate video when we actually do the moving day, because I'm not sure how we're going to set up shop, but I'm taking my lights, my flooring, everything I have here, I'm taking it with me. So and all that will be transferred over into the new spot, which kind of has its own, like, well, I'll show you guys in the pictures on, like, you know what, you guys will have to wait and see once we actually move out there, so you guys can see how we're going to set up shop. But since I am going to be moving shop almost 40 minutes down south, you know, it doesn't make sense to commute from Santa Barbara all the way to there. So I'm probably most likely going to move out there myself as well. Haven't really decided or figured out exactly where, but I'll figure it out as the time gets closer. So I am going to be, I think we're almost towards the end of July. So we got about a month and a week left in this place. So I'm just going to finish up the cars that I got to finish up. Some of these cars are local that I have on the waiting list, so I'd rather get those done here while I'm still here instead of having them drive down to Santa Paula. So get those out of the way. So mid-August, I'm hoping I can start actually. I finished up the cars that I have on, you know, on the wait list, and then, you know, just start knocking everything down from here and move everything over there. But that's basically going to be the end of the update, guys. So, you know, more to come. I promise I'll be more consistent with videos once we get this like whole move out of here. But you guys will see some more videos here and there. But again, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.